On June 22nd, Mercury turns direct in Gemini after a 3-week retrograde period that began on May 29th. The second of 3 Mercury retrogrades this year mirrors a similar Venus retrograde in May and June of 2020. Because of the pandemic, it is likely that many activities were delayed and projects put on hold. So right now, some of these 2020 situations could be revisited or brought back online. Gemini deals with our younger years and our sense of self, and we may find ourselves reacting to situations that remind us of our childhoods. What was our learning process, and were we able to bond with our peers, including our first peers, our siblings? Generally, if one has contended with sibling rivalry growing up, they are likely to also encounter a similar dynamic in the workplace. For instance, their coworkers get the new assignment, the better office, the support from management in a way that replicates the earlier family dynamic. As all retrogrades are a trip down memory lane, what breakthroughs did you make regarding your communication style? How was it affected by early childhood or your relations, good or bad, with siblings and best friends? How did you adapt your speaking style or content to suit the people around you? Did you procrastinate getting back to others or infantilize yourself in order to not intimidate your parents or friends? As the direct station occurs on the degree of last June's lunar eclipse in the midst of COVID, in what ways did we return to childhood behaviors, activities, and emotional responses? During the pandemic and isolated from others, how did we regress? Or alternatively, what new things did we learn? What nuggets from your past can you bring forward, or alternatively, what thoughts and attitudes from your childhood can finally be put to rest? For Aries, how your relationship with your sibling affected your sense of self. For Taurus, how you may have been coddled and kept small, either enhancing or debilitating your self-esteem. For Gemini, the realization that you can talk to anyone and about anything, your facility with bending the truth. For Cancer, that you are capable of speaking up for yourself now. For Leo, your boredom with routine and groups is fine. You don't have to stick to one thing. For Virgo, your ability to deal with young people is an asset. For Libra, there are many spiritual paths different from your family's religion. For Scorpio, for good or ill, you have an ability to manipulate others to get your needs met. For Sagittarius, you feel most comfortable in relationships where you can exchange ideas regularly. For Capricorn, you are a capable teacher, but also flexible enough to learn new skills. For Aquarius, your lover needs to be your best friend. And for Pisces, to realize that you are different from your mother. This summer, there will no doubt be an attempt to turn the clock backwards, especially if we sense a dystopian future up ahead. But by enhancing or aiding your curiosity and learning curves, stripping beliefs down to actual facts, will help us in turning the tides towards a more nurturing and enlightened world. It's okay to be a beginner. All of us are in different areas of life. We are all gifted in some areas and slow in others. The benefits of knowing your chart can point to your talents and weaknesses without judgment, and more with delightful acceptance and observation. In the end, Gemini is about learning and growing, being a student of life. And even if we are kept back, as a retrograde might make us feel, if we've grasped the importance of relearning the lesson, then we use the transit to its best possible expression. I'm Metastrologer Patrice Kamins.